everybody. I'm making this video because it's December, winter time, during my rookie time of my career, as a truck driver. So, but I just wanted to say, as a beginner truck driver, a professional truck driver, there's a lot of things that I can learn, and a lot of things I've learned as I progress through this amazing career and lifestyle. Now, with that being said, I'm still learning a lot. I'm a team driver with my brother, and being a Swift driver is not really that bad. I know, and I said this before, and I said it, and I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna say it on recording. Being a Swift driver, it is what it is. It's how you take it, no matter what people say. You can be in any company, but that company is always going to be, it's going to be trashed on by somebody else, because that's just how people are. People make mistakes. But I will say this, there are some people in the trucking industry that should not be allowed to drive a truck at all. Swift got their bad name from a few bad apples, which is no doubt. But it's all about, taking it as it is. It's common sense. If you're going to be nervous while driving a truck, you shouldn't be driving. You have to overcome that nervousness. You have to overcome that fear. Because when you're by yourself and you're not training no more, it's a brand new world. You're going to see a lot of things. You're going to have mistakes. But if those mistakes are consistent and you don't overcome those mistakes, you shouldn't be driving at all. I went through a tough training. I finished in 4 weeks, but I learned a lot. Being over the road, with my brother, it's not as nerve-wracking. I would rather have my brother beside me driving, just because being a team driver, you keep the truck rolling and you can make more money, more miles, and overall become a better person, because you always have that person with you to help you spot, with the backing, if you're having trouble or if there's any kind of issues at all while you're over the road. But I'm going to talk a little bit about Swift here, with the pay and everything. A lot of people say Swift is not a good company with pay. The miles aren't there. People are having issues getting miles, and you have to branch out. Me and my brother, we've been driving for Swift for about 8 months now. The first couple of months were okay, but we noticed that the miles started to shrink. And that's because our home terminal and our DM, or drive leader, they were saying there's a shortage on loads, and just things weren't adding up. But it really wasn't because of that. It was because, I mainly say this, some people, they favoritize. They favor other drivers because of of the longevity and how long they've been there, and it's pretty much as like a seniority, pretty much. With that being said, I can understand it to a point, but people need to earn. People need to make money to provide as well. Coming into this industry, I wasn't expecting to get rich, but I was expecting to provide more for my family than I would have in my previous career choices. I've done a lot. I cooked, I washed dishes, I detailed cars, I built roof trusses, I did security at one point when I was living back in New York. But nothing beats this right here. This job right here helped me earn more, and I realized that. It's amazing what you do when you pick up a trade like this lifestyle, it can be hectic. Staying away from home, months at a time. I think the last time I've been home was maybe a few weeks back, but that was only for one day because we were in the area, and my DM said, "Hey, just go home for the day, go see your wife and kids, and be with them for the day, and then you can head out the next day," which was good. I'm glad that they thought about us like that. That's what counts too. But this job really amazes me sometimes. When it's like I'm going back. Swift pays you by the mile. Me and my brother were on a dedicated account. We were regular OTR, but now we're on a dedicated account, and it's looking better because the miles are consistent. Don't be afraid to branch out. Make phone calls. Talk to other drivers in the company that you work for. You never know where that opportunity might come for you to earn more and to come up. And then that's one of the things that we did. We were going to leave the company because the miles weren't there in regular OTR. We decided to talk to some people in Phoenix, and that's where we got our start with this dedicated account to earn more. So overall, yeah, things are looking up. And with things looking up, it can only get better. And with that being said, just take it day by day. Day by day. I'm not looking for fame or anything like that. I'm just looking to help people out. I'm over the road right now. We're in California. We just left Phoenix, Arizona. And things are going to be looking pretty well. Truck driving, no job is going to be easy unless you make it easy for yourself. Truck driving in itself is a lifestyle that you have to adjust to. And I tell people this all the time. I'm just starting out, but I like to educate people along the way with the education that I do have, and that, and everything that I've learned along the way. And I pass it along to people who just start trucking as well. I started 8 months ago. There's a person who could have started, I think there was a person that started last month after they got their CDL and finished training. And I was talking to him in a truck stop one day, and we got to chatting, and he was like, yeah, I just upgraded, I got my truck, and things are going, things are a little bit rough, and I'm nervous. And I told him, I said, it's always going to be like that, but until you shake that nervousness and do your job, take it slow, don't go crazy, you'll make up for all that, and you'll find that trucking is actually a very, very, very good career and a good trade. Everybody, and I cannot say this enough, I'm safe when I drive. I think about everyone on the road. Distance and speed are the two main things that you have to maintain and to look out for. You're not driving a regular truck. You're not driving a regular truck, a four-wheeler. You're not driving a regular car. When you're driving a commercial motor vehicle with a 53-foot trailer, you're not going to stop on a dime. Not at all whatsoever. You have to take that into consideration. You have to be safe when you're out here on these roads, no matter what. It's very vital. You can end somebody's life just like that. And the same, vice versa. Somebody could smack right into you, and you could lose control of your tractor and go off-road, or off a mountain or something. You don't want that to happen, and you don't want that to happen to somebody else too. Always stay safe. Always manage your speed. Always manage your distance. Trucks cannot stop on a dime like how cars can. With that being said, with Swift, people say it's a bad company. Some people gave the company that reputation because of their faults and mistakes. Owner-operators that contract to the company, lease operators who work for the company, and company drivers alone. There are just some people out in this world who should not be driving a commercial motor vehicle whatsoever, let alone have their CDL. But with Swift, it is a very good company, in my opinion. And so far, in the past 8 months, as with us being new truck drivers, we're still learning. And that's never going to stop. You never stop learning. You always and keep that learning, and you continue that, and you pass on, and you educate others so that way they don't make those mistakes. I can't express that enough. It's amazing what you can learn. With Swift, the earning potential is high. You just have to speak to the right people, make those phone calls, and branch out. You never know what account you can get on. You never know what terminal you can go to that has the miles or has the benefits that fits your needs. Always go beyond expectations. Trucking will take you a lot of places if you let it. With this career and this lifestyle, I'm adjusting to it still. I have a wife and kids, and I hate being away from home because I was always home after I got off of work. But when I clock out of work here, and I go into my sleeper berth, or I go into sleeper berth and I come back here to sleep and to talk to my wife and kids, it is not the same. I stay out to provide for my family because that's what a man does for his family. As a truck driver, I wasn't able to do that before. Now my wife quit her job, and I'm able to provide for my family full time without a worry in the world. I don't know how many people can say that. Everybody's different. But as I said, we'll go back to Swift. The training was good. For new drivers, if you want to check out this video, I'm going to talk about it. The training, they say, is 4 to 5 weeks. It is paid training. I believe it's $500 based a week, and anything over, you work on an hourly scale. So you're doing 40 hours a week. Anything over would be considered overtime at a base pay of $500 per week, if that is what it is still. 4 to 5 weeks. You're gonna run hard, and that's what I suggest. Run hard. Don't give up. Push yourself and get out of training, but don't push yourself too fast to where you're not learning, because that's the key. You want to learn everything that your mentor is teaching you. And if you don't have a good mentor, call up and say, hey, listen, not liking the way things are going. Can you give me somebody new? They will always do that for you. And you won't have to start your training over. And I've heard about that from a few people who've gotten bad trainers. They had to switch to another one, and then they were content with that trainer, and they continued their learning process. Everything in life is a learning process. It all depends on how you take it, and how you retain it, and how you use it to educate others and to help them along the way. The training process, like I said, is 4 to 5 weeks. Once you're done, you get sent. After you're done training, you get sent back to your terminal where you came from, and you'll test out and you'll upgrade to your truck. Once you get your truck, that's on you to maintain everything that you have and to go further along your career and your lifestyle. Take it how you take it. Like I said, maintain your hours. Pre-trip is very important. You have to make sure that your truck is running great. There are no problems. Check your oils regularly, your liquids. Check your tires, your brakes, everything. Even if you have to do it 2 times, 3 times over. But don't take too long to the point where you're running down your clock and you can't get nowhere. Always be courteous when you go to shippers. Shippers are there and they work for you because it depends on them. But never become that angry person at a shipper because they're taking too long. Sometimes there may be a little delay, but always be courteous. The more courteous you are, the better off you'll be. What else can I think of? And I think I'll give you a little update sometime soon because I gotta get some sleep. However, yeah, my name is Isaac for those who don't know. I'm thinking about keeping this YouTube channel, but I'm also thinking about creating another one for trucking. But if you like this video, like and subscribe. And as I go along further, I'll throw a little bit more education out there. If you want to know more, like I said, like and subscribe, and hit me up, leave some comments about this video, and let me know what you think. See y'all later.